Welcome, folks, to another exciting evening here on Damn It Dom, but this is the Casa tournament. My name is JCaesarII, and I'm glad and honored to be with the doctor tonight. How are we doing tonight?
I am doing amazing, ready to get back into the action here at the Casa. It has definitely been a minute since I've been on the mic here, but I'm excited to hop right back in.
I mean, busy times, dire times calls for dire situations, so we had to pull the doctor in, so here we go. This is, if you guys are seeing this on the screen, so this is going to be Orlando. His name's actually Orlando. He's not in Orlando. He's in South Florida. It's confusing that is, and he's going up against JCaesar, who is in Orlando. So yes, lots of confusing things to be had there, but I'm not sure which character Orlando plays. He used to play Ryu, then moved to Cody, then moved back to Ryu. He kind of plays the boring characters, so I'm curious to see who he plays. And JCaesar has been mostly Ryu, but I'm excited to see what we got. It's gonna be a good one here. Battle of the not Panhandle, but Battle of Florida Man right here, you could say.
Battle of Florida Man? Oh no, that definitely means we are in for something else. But right off the bat, double grappler, definitely an interesting situation to find yourself in any day of the week.
Yeah, kind of odd. I would have never thought Orlando was actually gonna play Zangief, but he tends to pick up characters like when they get nerfed. I don't know why, rather than the opposite. But here we go. I mean, Laura, this is one of her few bad matchups apparently. So let's see what. I mean, already we got counter hit confirms, so good stuff here.
Yeah, having played this matchup myself personally, it is not a fun matchup to play. You are right that it does feel like an odd bad matchup because it's, you think about the game on paper and you're like, I should really be able to do something here. But then you go to do it and all of a sudden you're in Mixed City. But right off the bat, JCaesar already back to the wall getting EX grabbed, and that is definitely enough to kill.
Man, did you see those many micro steps there? The tap, SBD.
Definitely shows some skill on a champion, making sure that they are aware of the tools and aware of the capabilities. Is playing really well range game too. Hasn't been caught out by it too much. Getting a nice couple confirms into these SPDs, which then just sets up the rest of the game plan. And already stunned on the board.
He's gonna actually get close to the critical art. No, he's not gonna get it, but
there it is. He's dead. Game one over to Shaman Magic.
And that was something you would see in season 1, season 2. The whiff knee into SPD, but Orwando is an OG player using boomer tactics. They still work nowadays, so there you go. I don't know. I think JCaesar's gonna have a character switch here, but that was convincing play. It wasn't the most flashy Zangief play, but it's what got the job done.
Yeah, it's only game one though, so I don't know. Do you really character swap after your one game? No. It is a best of bracket and a double elimination bracket, so definitely worthwhile to keep on it. Try at least one more game before you really decide to move on with your life.
Well, I think this is 2 out of 3 because we're not in the top 8, right?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, so, man, JCaesar is a gambling man.
I mean, you might as well be when you play that grappler. Goes for the grab, not going to connect. In a bit of a worse spot now. Does need to play a little bit safer at this point if they want to continue having a lead.
I did not notice until he activated that Zangief isn't featured too.
Big damage coming through. Already up around here in game number 2. I have to imagine it continues on though.
Yeah, Caesar looks kind of a little bit lost. It's not like Orlando is like being super, he's overcommitting, but he's just doing just enough. A very safe game.
Yeah, but sometimes you only need to do a little bit. You don't need to worry about, the big picture here, as long as you can land a couple little pictures in and out. And look at this, one little combo, and it sets up your game plan. Doesn't quite work out on the wake up, but you get the opportunity. Big block punish there. Tons of damage on the board, and we get more opportunity to mix.
That was, I think, his only a first or second with command grab there.
Whew. Look at this, he's just right back at it. I have a meter, I have an SPD, doesn't even need it, and it's going to be one more for the game. Not an SPD, it is going to be the low shot there, but it is going to be 2 games in a row to Shaman Magic to move on in the bracket tonight.
And you know, that exact situation of guessing after heavy or EX SPD is what puts Zangief higher on the Asian tier list, I think, I would believe. You know, it's just, people find it very scary. It can be very scary, especially for JCaesar, you know, had no reversals. So you gotta guess, am I gonna get hit? Is it gonna be a hit or is it gonna be a grab? Actually, he gets wrong both times and Orlando moves far. Like you said, sometimes I kind of think of it like cooking. Like, sometimes it's, if you can master using only 4 ingredients and you make it really well, that's what's good, rather than 10 ingredients and you don't know what you're doing.
I mean, look at the first Thunder form. You only need one, and it works out every time, 100% of the time. And you can become one of the strongest out there as long as you just continue practicing that number one technique over and over and over again. It'll eventually come your way.
It kind of reminds me of like the way Diego, the Ken player, that I don't think he's in the okay, so he's in the bracket tonight. He has such a strong fireball game with his character that doesn't, you know, is not known for a strong fireball, but he makes the fireball so strong, and because of how good he is with that fireball game with that character, it just enhances his other aspects because of how good it is.
Yeah, when you don't have to worry about all of the pieces of the game puzzle, then you can focus on, you know, just the corners. So then you can move on to, you know, the middle and then slowly connect all the pieces together. And when you play a character like Ken, who does have a very strong corner setup, you need to fill in the middle with something. And it's really strong that he's filled it in with that fireball. And then, you know, it just combines the rest of the puzzle together. So we are going to be getting our next matchup in here. It is going to be FreenixWright versus Psychotic Chaos New Jersey. Not super familiar with either of these players myself, but if it's a Juri on screen, I think it'll be a good time.
I mean, the NJ could stand for neutral jump, or in this case, new Juri, because like you said, I haven't seen this guy either, not familiar. FreenixWright, very, very strong Birdie player. You know, he'll tell you he plays a very guerrilla style, but he combines that with optimal punishes, optimal combos, and his frame data knowledge is pretty good. Max punishes, but he also has that Unga factor, which a lot of people despise, but it works out for him.
And I am holding up the bracket, but not going back to Q. Don't worry, I gotcha.
There we go. If we're gonna see Birdie versus Juri, I think this matchup can kind of be like 5-5, but I'll just put it in edge. Birdie just has the very long buttons, good damage. Juri kind of has to start something up, but she does have some annoying tools. Stay medium kick, especially, is one of them.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be difficult for Juri to get in. I feel like once she does manage to get in, she'll be able to do a pretty good job. But having seen some good Juris in the past be able to play around different setups and different, you know, tough matchups, I have to believe in anybody that picks the character right now, because they are going to show themselves to be very supportive and very strong as the character. And Birdie, I don't know. Birdie, it's tough because no bubblegum, not a fireball matchup, so doesn't need to worry about that. And already off to a strong start, and it only gets stronger. Is that stun? Oh.
Even for commentary, there's the PC advantage of getting that extra 15 seconds of commentary. As I gotta hold it. I gotta wait for the buffering.
Oh, blocked EX headbutt. Gonna get beaten up in the corner once again. Now it's almost reverse stun, but does push some buttons out of the corner. Still hanging on. Another big block. No punish.
Yeah, Juri is one of the many characters that actually cannot punish that.
Oh no. Landed the jump in, and the can was actually still active. Didn't trade with the low fireball there, just kind of kept going. Force a block state, and then it is just Freenix picking up the round win there. And much slower start to round 2, which is probably good for Psychotic.
The one thing I would like to see from Psychotic is to probably get those V skills charged, the V skill 1 charge, because once you have the charge, it forces Birdie to not ever use his V skill himself.
Oh no! jumped right onto the can, ate some big damage. Not going to get a punish after the EX Bowl either. Oh, no. All right.
Oh, we could have seen a bigger punish than that. So a little bit of unfamiliarity here or nerves. I mean, even though it's online, it's still a tournament nonetheless.
Do you see trigger activate available? They're not going to pop it. There it comes into the stun combo, and that should do it for this second round here. Psychotic with a big comeback. Oh, I was scared for a second. I thought we were going to need to see some meter burn.
I know. I was thinking, man, you almost pulled a James Chen there, but yeah, you're right. You're still right. Here we go. So, Psychotic looking good here. Oh, there's that wee gorilla movement going on. Gorilla tactics still strong.
And I feel like these slower matches up until this point had really been helping Psychotic. You know, last round was a lot slower, not as much movement in from the Birdie, was really able to let Psychotic set up using, you know, these, you know, fireballs and situations that, you know, force a game plan out. But now that, you know, Freenix is like, oh, I'm going to push buttons and you're going to hold this. It's becoming much more Birdie sided. Nice activation here. Tons of damage coming out.
Empty jump low, but no big conversion. It's gonna be good damage. Oh, a very rare Birdie shimmy.
Trying to hold on.
Makes that was almost super sick there. Just had to convert.
Minus
-9.
Man, that was so much chip damage. Oh no! Lands it again. Anybody's match. Fireball sets up. Oh, no trigger. Oh, and the sweep!
Ooh.
That's
there's
a heartbreaker.
There's quite a bit of situations where Psychotic had the chance. He could, you know, the lights. He could have confirmed into something. He could have won the round. He could have big punish here or there. Yeah, and Freenix took advantage of that. You know, sweep to end the round.
Yeah, that's definitely tough to watch because it's like you don't always expect it. It's so slow that if you just get caught pushing buttons, it's very unfortunate. Nice block on the banana after the DP, excuse me. All right, good punish on the command grab.
Yeah. So Psychotic has the reaction, so that's good to see on that side.
Yeah, is ready for it. Not too caught off guard just yet.
The way Freenix plays, he plays very big brain and little brain at the same time. Oh, trade combos. Here we go. Dow Jones, hello.
Oh, no. One more? Oh, catches them out of the air. EXDP to win the round. Oh, Psychotic was mashing that out, you know.
Yeah, that was a huge risk and it worked out. But man, that was actually some beautiful corner work there by FreenixWright. I've been watching some old Mena RD replays and just the movements just kind of look like Mena's gameplay there.
Yeah, being able to stay just far enough out of range. Trades with the EX dash again. That feels pretty bad, even though it does leave Freenix in a pretty good position. But it's like you still spent a bar, didn't get a full, you know, damage output from it, and your opponent didn't really lose much of anything. So we've seen that a couple times now, and it definitely doesn't feel good.
And you know, another thing I'm noticing is that Psychotic is starting to catch that Freenix just likes to walk back, so he's getting hit with these lows. Maybe Freenix is going to adapt from that.
Another good comeback round. Has the activation. Oh, does enough to get through the armor.
That medium kick is such a good button.
Oh, catches midair. No activation, though.
It was an Ume Bullhorn if I've ever seen one, but Psychotic takes game 2 right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they would have, if Freenix would have been able to get anything off of an activation on that one. Was definitely holding it in case they were able to get a charge off and, you know, make something happen that way. Unfortunately, sometimes you hold it a little bit too long and you end up losing the round, which then in turn lost the game. But it does tie it up now 1-1 between these two. Winner take all now. They do have this best of one to decide who moves on in the winner's side of the bracket tonight.
Yeah, this is the first round, and you know, whoever advances into this, it's only going to get tougher here. You know, they face Alex and have another chance of playing DiegoV. So it's a tough bracket if it's dancing on.
Oh, man. This is a tough round for Psychotic. Freenix breaking out that command grab once again after getting punished with it last game. So does get a little bit of that confidence back. And that's a big activation coming in. Oh, big whiff there.
You know, the first time we see EX Bull Revenger not working there. No, I do want to remark that Freenix actually converted off that trade combo earlier in the round, so it's showing it's not a fluke.
Double overhead in a row. Big damage coming out. Not quite for the kill. Tries to get the grab. Not going to connect. And that... Oh, the cans costs the round. Oh, no.
You know, it's going back to what I said. I'd like to see Psychotic just charge up V-Skill. It doesn't take long. It's a tool. And, you know, when you see that when Birdie starts eating something, it's a no-eat zone, you know? It's like... It's kind of like... United States in March, April, no restaurants open. Like that's what the V skill does. It's COVID for Birdie.
Breaking out that command grab once again. Goes for the dolphin dive, trying to get something cheeky on wake up. Not gonna work out again though. And this is a tough looking round for Psychotic right now. Does have almost full resources though, so the opportunity is here, but it's gonna take a couple hits to make this truly happen.
And like that, you know, he was full screen. That would have been a great time to charge up that V skill. -5.
Oh, breaks through the armor, activate. Big combo here. Not going to be enough to get significant damage though. It needs a couple more of those. Triggers already over. CA is available. Do they spend
punish.
it though?
Oh, he missed out on the punish. And grab.
And that'll do it. FreenixWright 2-1 over Psychotic Chaos. Going to be moving on to the second round. That was a well-fought match from both sides.
Yeah, and I forgot who said it first, but it's always wrong with me forever, especially in this game. You cannot block forever. That was a good case by there. But, you know, if Psychotic, I'm not making fun of you or anything, but I'd like to see some more V-skill usage in that. I mean, I didn't see a single V-skill usage in that matchup, and I think that would have benefited him. It would have put maybe a fear in the back of FreenixWright not to V-skill, because he did get hit by a couple of stray cans here and there. So, yeah, FreenixWright moving on. He's going to face Alex ...
Up next, we do have Bonejanglez. Welcome to the Bone Zone, everybody. And it is going to be up against Marvisto. And oh boy, it is going to be a Dictator versus Honda matchup. And that is going to be something. I don't know. Having seen Bonejanglez play a lot, he's a very strong player, very strong. Marvisto, also another lights out player, just really strong on the character. Do you think he's actually... Well, first, let me ask this. What is your take on the Honda Dictator matchup?
Well, the thing with Marv, first of all, is that every time I try to commentate, I'm like, please play Honda. I like seeing your Honda. He plays Ryu or something. But most Honda players, and I agree with them, we find this matchup kind of hard because into neutral, Bison kind of does better with Bun's crush counter. But like once Bison knocks you down and he does that Bison pressure, it is so tough for Honda to deal with it. There's a few good things here and there that Honda can do, but I still think it's a matchup that's definitely in Bison's favor if played correctly.
So do you think it's Ryu time?
I don't know. Every time I watch Marv play at Casa, I mean, he gets top 3 so consistently, but he plays like a new character every time. We've seen the Ryu. We've seen the Ken. I think the last time I commentated him was actually playing Ken, and I was super surprised. So we'll see who he pulls out.
Was it actually him, though? Was it actually him, or was it Diego on his account?
Well, there was only half the amount of fireballs, so the chat and I suspected it was him.
It's Ken, so I guess it truly is Marvisto Ken. Maybe hanging out with Diego a little bit too much, but is on a different skin, so it's not that weird lime green one that Diego loved to rock. But I don't know if this is much better. And this is a matchup I'm sure Bonejanglez is super familiar with because I know he plays a ton of CFN ranked. So he's probably very familiar with the character itself, and already looking really crispy on this dictator.
Yeah, it's like you said, if you go in the bracket, it actually says on Diego's account, Diego's name, it says playing at Marv's. See, you could be sure that there is some coaching here, I'm sure. I mean, the one thing that Ken does have in this matchup is that invincible reversal. Bison has some slow buns, so you can kind of catch the startup of that.
Try to go for a really deep jump in there. Has just enough to close out the round, though. Really strong comeback there from Marvisto.
Yeah, I mean, it's so fun. I love seeing this costume just because of how terrible it is, but it's so terrible that it's good.
Why does Ken get so many trash costumes? I don't understand.
It's something to figure out. I mean, the Juri players are all happy because, you know, they got extra costumes now.
I'll say just run tracksuit every day. Like that's all you got to do. Or Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter Ken's pretty good.
Oh, that is pretty good.
Although there's always Dante too. So I guess all right. He has a couple solid skins. I'll concede the point, but just not looking good this round. Takes the double boot to the face, and that's that reversal you were talking about.
Yeah, it's a factor, but I mean, what a risk to use with such a vast life lead there.
Yeah, and I do like what I'm seeing here from Bonejanglez, playing very safe, not trying to overcommit. Does get a nice little activation in, but still can just hang out. Doesn't need to go hard. Doesn't need to take risks. Is able to hold back to block, and it is not working out for him right now. All right, there we go.
Yes, that is a tool, folks. It's funny, in this game we consider that a defensive tool. So the wake up 3 frame, always something to be aware of.
Got to be a little bit careful and just, you know, off the rip EX boots. Why not? You got a little bit of meter. You need to get that advantage off again very quickly.
Oh, I like that. Using the heavy scissors. Oh man, invincible reversal again. Definitely a tool to have in this matchup.
I like that Bonejanglez has been able to get an early lead every round. You know, not very afraid to get going. Not afraid to just, you know, let it rip. Oh, big damage.
Yeah, you could tell that he was trying to do uppercut there, but not quick enough.
Man, Ken's pretty explosive. This could still be Marvisto's round, and in fact it is.
It is.
Yikes, that's painful.
Man, you almost spoke a little behind yourself there, but Marvisto, you know, it's definitely a different style of play, but yeah, he's putting more work into this Ken. Maybe it could be another in his arsenal to have, you know, Honda, Ken, Ryu. Like a quarter of the cast of Street Fighter 2 right there.
Alright. Big button swings. We haven't seen too much air game coming out from either side, really. We've seen a couple of jumping attempts from Marvisto, but for the most part, it has been a very grounded game.
What a whiff punish there by Bonejanglez. Oh man, random slide. Shin Matt out there is so proud of himself. Known for the random slide, but it didn't work out there. Oh, side switch? No, it doesn't.
That's the round right there. Had enough meter. Gonna shut it out with that EX boot. That is a very quick round for Bonejanglez. Held composure. Didn't get too ahead of themselves.
And I gotta correct myself. Who needs screen position when you can knock him out with one combo right there? That's the power of Bison for you.
Yeah, big meaty claws, ready and willing to put them on you, and oh no, he tried too hard.
Big meaty claws is correct here, man. Marvisto looking good, very good this round.
7 golden letters up on your screen, folks. That. It's going to bring it down to a final round once again. Bonejanglez just doesn't want to let up, though. Needs to get this win if they want to stay alive in the winner's side. And has the opportunity, has the tools. Bison can do this. Bonejanglez can do this, but has to keep the composure there.
Yeah, I think Marvisto's been playing so well when he's been in the corner this round. So, oh, good uppercut. That's what you want to see. I mean, he's gotta like keep him in the corner, you know, keep him in that bone zone, so to say.
Yeah, definitely don't want to let Marvisto have too much screen time. He's a player that can very well utilize a lot of opportunity here. Oh, the cross up coming in clutch. Doesn't get another one on wake up, but I don't think he needs it.
Yeah, Bison just a hair too slow in the punish.
I can't believe Jangles just raw slid there and it actually worked.
You're not a Bison player if you don't land those raw slides. I mean, this is the bone zone.
It's such a commitment, though. Like, if that doesn't work out, then you take, 30% HP loss, you get activated on, you maybe just get EX uppercutted into oblivion, and that round looks very different. But hey, it worked out. Jangles comes out ahead, and now it's tied up 1-1 once again between these two.
And the thing in this matchup that's kind of tough for Ken is that Bison can play a pretty safe game, and so like there's not many risks with the way he plays. And Bonejanglez is kind of playing that style. It's worked out for him, especially the last game.
We'll have to see if we can repeat it though, because we're already seeing a little bit better defense coming out from Marvisto. A lot of that missing HP right now is Chip. All right, maybe not so much anymore, but Chip is a big thing. Oh, that's huge.
Oh no, cancel there. Well, Millennial, I'm a fan of cancel culture. Please finish your cancels.
Activation is available, so Jangles is looking for that slide opportunity. That was it. Just got beat up by the EX Fireball.
And the Bison Fear is such an underrated button. Ooh, that was a true guess right there. Left or right? Visto guessed, but Bonejanglez finishing his plate there. In peace buffets.
That Jangles coming up pretty big here. Marv is one of the, more storied players here at the Casa. Jangles has been, a very strong contender here in the New England FGC. And he's putting up a massive fight right now. He's up around here in game 3, could potentially close it out here and take the set 2-1. And he's got Marvisto back in the corner. I had him in the corner, but, cast a curse and all that.
Yeah, speaking of curses, man, if he puts Marvisto losers, that's a huge upset early on in the bracket.
Nice little V reversal to block out any potential command grab shenanigans.
Random Psycho Crusher, a little bit safer than sweep. Okay, there we go again.
Does mean that Trigger and CA are no longer available. Has to do this honestly, and the shimmy coming out from Marv gonna make this a 1-1 final match, final round.
And this is such a good set, so back and forth, lots of good stuff to be had by both competitors here. I can't really predict, but Marvisto is just a bigger name to take out here for sure.
Yeah, this is a very interesting situation to find ourselves in. Going in, I don't know if I would have called last round, last match, but holy moly, look at that damage.
Oh, wake up buns and it worked out. Not even a 3-framer.
The reversal though does spend it. Is going to getting another bar very soon. Already back up to 2 bars. Only needs 1 more connection. Jangles has to hold on, has to survive. That V trigger is ticking. Does get a nice little out of the corner combo, but does still have a long way to go.
Man, very good blocks in the corner there by Bonejanglez, and that's why he is where he is now. Having it, he still has a chance. 1 Psycho Crusher command grab under his belt still. Run out though.
Opportunities there. Trigger now over. Not going to get another opportunity to do that. Oh no, full combo. Back throw coming in. This is Diego's round to lose. Only needs 1 more hit. Oh, it's the fireball game.
And Marvisto. Surprising us, like I said, surprising us that he's using Ken again, but there's just quite a bit of good things. Both really good stuff from both sides. Like, it's kind of hard to speak on that. Lots of good stuff. There's not much wrong that Jangles did. I thought he played very well. It was just that, there's a few opportunities that Marv got to land, and he took advantage of every one of them.
Yeah, it was really good defense coming out from Marvisto later on as well. Really adjusted quite effectively in the later half of that set, and we saw him multiple times be able to block stuff he wasn't blocking out early on. And when you can make that adaptation, you can make those changes, and you start landing your hits more effectively, then you can very quickly turn that around. But it still went the full distance last round, last match, and he is going to be moving on into round number 3 and sends Bonejanglez down to the basement.
And you guys out there can go the full distance too as viewers. All you have to do is type in exclamation mark Matcherino. You can donate towards the prize pot, just free donations. So just use the key code Casa SFV 19 and you can donate a free 50 cents to the pot. Viewer, it's easy to do. I'm about to do it myself right now as proof of the pudding.
I got myself in there earlier. All you got to do is copy and paste the code from the Twitch chat. It really could not be easier unless we did it for you. In which case, if you would like us to do that, just type your email and your password into Twitch chat. Trust me, nothing wrong could possibly happen in that situation.
Oh gosh, it reminds me of like the early 2000s where you see the pop-up that says, "You're the 1 millionth viewer. Click here to take your money," and my dad always fell for it. I'm like, are you serious?
Click here to give me money? Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it. I can't say no.
That I don't often see those. However, I am going to admit I do have ad block, so I do not get all of those spam, advertisements on the side of the screen. I get a free ad viewing situation. Speaking of advertisements, we do have the Matcherino, guys. We do have, like I said, the coupon codes there. We also have some merch on that side. We have some sweatshirts from Matcherino put up. We have some other neat little things there. All of that does contribute to the prize pool that the players are playing for tonight. You can actually see the total currently on your screen right now. We are already up to $59.15 for our Street Fighter bracket. We do also have a Matcherino for our Grand Blue versus tournament tonight. Similar code, Casa GBVS 19. I'll see if we can get that link in the chat as well, because that tournament might be wrapping up soon, but the Matcherino is still live, so you can contribute to that as well. And if you haven't seen it already, I don't know if this command code works in Dom's chat. Doesn't appear so, but we do also have a Teespring. So if you do like your Casa merch, you want to represent the brand out in the world, just tell us all your friends. We have a ton of merchandise available in the form of sweatshirts. It's that hoodie weather. It's back. It's 45 degrees out right now, folks. You definitely want to pick yourselves up one of those. We got tank tops, shorts, socks, tote bags, everything you could want. And we do also still have our Pride merch available there, so you can support a good cause in that as well. I believe we should be getting our match up soon. It does look like it is going to be MunguYomi versus Adnan. So that should be a fun one. That should be a really fun one, actually.
Out of all what you said there, the thing I'm most jealous about is that you said it is 45 degrees up there. I am jealous about that. It has been ugly rain here. And when it's not been raining, it's been super hot. So I will take 45 degrees now. But also, huge shout out to Live Free or Fight. $35.50 so far donated. Number one donator tonight. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, so like you said, so our next match is going to be Adnan, who's been playing very well at these online tournaments. He has a certain style of play, and he'll tell you that he is the rushdown Dhalsim, and it kind of gets him in trouble. But he's been playing very well. And then MunguYomi, who's actually been putting a lot of good work at the recent NLBC. So this is a good one. I think these guys might have played in the past. Who knows what lays in the present?
All right, I may have lied to you a little bit. It is not actually 45 degrees yet. According to my phone, it is 56, but feels like 54. However, around 3 a.m., which is, bedtime, it'll be 45. And only get a little bit colder after that. As the sun starts to rise, we'll be at about 43. This has been your Casa weather report. Check in at 11 p.m. and we'll have an update for you.
Man, definitely just good stuff out there. I'm kind of interested to see who MunguYomi is going to play. If he's playing G, that'll be kind of...
I wish I could believe in these character portraits a little bit more, but they're like almost always incorrect. So as much as I would love to see G, I love watching good Gs. And it's something that I know the community is not a fan of,
No,
but
they're
I
not.
enjoy it. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but not a big part of the Street Fighter community actually enjoys watching G. So I that is my unpopular opinion of the night. I'm sure I'll get Brad in the chat later talking some smack. But yeah, I mean, I like G. He's a fun character to watch. I do enjoy watching that, late round explosion that can come out of it. And it's very fun. And admin on the Dhalsim, that's an interesting matchup to say the least.
Yeah, I do have to agree with you that like I like watching GG. To me is a very viewer. It's like a very engaging character for the viewer because it's such high comeback factor. That's what everybody wants to see. It's all about the highlights. Can you make it on High Fight? Can you make it on this like highlights of certain streams and all that like you see on YouTube? But we'll see what's gonna happen here. But G would be a good choice against Dhalsim. He fights Dhalsim pretty well.
And so as we are loading in, we'll find out in just a second if it actually is going to be that Dhalsim G matchup, which, like you said, should be fun. I definitely enjoy watching Adnan's Dhalsim. It's definitely very different and fun to watch. And it's Laura.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's right. He's been playing Laura. That's right. There's been a very heavy topic today started by Javits on Twitter about who is the second best Laura. That's, of course, Idom's first, but no heated debate there so far. But MunguYomi is starting to show himself a lot more. That's right. He's been playing Laura on NLBC. Yeah, according to Artur, this matchup is bad for Dhalsim.
I can believe that, because what are you supposed to do now, right? Like, you've got Sunset wheeled, it's their turn, they get to do whatever they want, and you just have the V reversal out. And now it does set it back to neutral a little bit, but it's only a matter of time before something happens. But Adnan's a very aggressive Dhalsim, and so I feel like there's different opportunities available for Adnan than some of the other Dhalsims out there.
Yeah, so he has a very signature style. You will see drills, like he's saying. You will see many drills, and those won't be the last. You'll see drills. You'll see a lot of Gales. His execution on Gales is very good. Almost never drops it.
His APM is off the charts right now. Definitely not what you expect to see from a Dhalsim player. And only needs one more little tag to secure this round. Although it's both of them only needing the one. Oh, technically it was two for Laura, but hey. Who's counting?
That's a situation that Adnan, he plays so aggressive. He wants to get in, and MunguYomi is saying, "Thanks, dog. I will take this round one." There were
crush.
definitely some aggressive teleports that did not work out in his favor.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't get more out of that crush counter either. That is going to be stun and kill. And not even going to get to see a fancy combo because there was just no HP left.
No, that was a quick one. That was a very devastating round, and as Dhalsim, you will go through that. I mean, I have a secondary Dhalsim, I did, but that character's hard in hitbox. But I moved to hitbox, and I cannot play Dhalsim. But I mean, that's a character for you. Like sometimes you'll have some good rounds where you control neutral, and then there's other rounds where you just get steamrolled. It's Farm Simulator all over again. You're steamrolled. You're the corn, and you're getting plucked here.
Is it plucked or is corn shucked?
Shucked.
Or is that what you do after you pick it? Yeah, no, it's after what you pick it, because shucking is taking the feathers off.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I'm not the baddest mother shucker in town, you could say.
Oh, Jesus.
I couldn't help myself. But man, Yomi is not helping himself. I mean, he's helping himself to these command grabs. In and out. Jeez, in and out burgers. Half off today. Okay, so Brad, the corn expert there, it's picked and then shucked. Feathers, bruh. Yeah, he's right.
Well, what did you call it then? Leaves?
I said plucked. I don't know.
Well, no, he's complaining about the feathers. So what would he call them? Leaves? That's the only other option.
Oh,
Just like the only option right now is aggression. Admin teleporting in and out, and is just getting good damage out of it. Holy heck.
Oh, Shades to like 2 weeks ago with the double hurricanes, double gale combos. You love to see that. Is that it?
Oh no! Oh no! Disaster!
Man,
Pain.
that hurts. Like as the Dhalsim player, like I said, some like you control neutral, you know, you control certain spacing, but unfortunately sometimes, like you said, you just get steamrolled. But I think Adnan, he plays a very aggressive style. We all know that. But I think the thing that really did him in was just teleports. He needed to go in, and MunguYomi, it seems like he had all the Dhalsim experience. Because Adnan's the type of guy, if you don't have experience, man, Adnan will steamroll you. If you don't know how to fight the character, he will steamroll you. So it's a little easy, but it's still tough.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely seen that Adnan, pop off as well. So it's not a myth. It is a thing. We've seen it. There's proof. Check the VODs. They're on YouTube. I don't think we have a custom link yet, which is actually something you guys can help us out with. It does take 100 subscribers, I believe, to the YouTube to get that custom YouTube URL. And don't you want to be able to type in youtube.com/CasaBunch? Isn't that something you wish on a daily basis when you're trying to figure out where to watch the best East Coast Street Fighter action and Grand Blue Versus action on the internet? I know I do. So if you haven't already, be sure to click the link, hit subscribe so that we can get that option out to the fans, the people. They want it. We want to give it to them. We just need a little bit of help.
And like you said, I just tested it. You can actually hit ! YouTube and it works. But is that how it works? You get 100 subscribers on YouTube and you get your own URL?
That is how it used to work. I only have about 9 on my YouTube, so I obviously can't tell it to the people. But Dom has a custom YouTube link, as you can see in the chat, youtube.com/dammitdom. That is what you call a custom URL. So let's check out how many subscribers Dom has and give him a few more. He currently has 964 subscribers. Good shit, Dom. That is good shit.
It's really good.
And I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting that you type in !corn and we get the Casa link. That is.
Is that what happened? I was just.
No, it's not actually what happened. It's just timing.
That's funny.
You guys can see on the screen here, we do have the Matcherino for our players tonight. The links are there. Be sure to use coupon code Casa SFV19. Copy paste that into the coupon code box there on the Matcherino. It will contribute 50 cents of magic money into the pot, free of charge, completely to you guys, and it does help out our players. As you can see, 62.15, the current marker of our Street Fighter Matcherino. It can only go up, folks, and it is thanks to you guys that we do have that amount for our players tonight. So definitely be sure to keep using those coupon codes. They are there for the taking.
How sick would it be if I typed in !code corn and it led me to Brad's Twitter?
To Brad's Twitter.
Yeah.
Brad the Corn Man.
Welcome.
Man, does Brad know a lot about corn? I can't imagine he does, because he was a city guy until like this year. So I can't imagine Brad actually knows anything about corn.
I mean, you'd be surprised how much corn is actually like in just everyday food. It's kind of ridiculous.
Wait, what?
Oh no, just like corn is like in more things than you would think, like in corn product and corn syrup. It's kind of ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
It's
corn's literally everywhere. But like, does it go into whiskey? That's one I didn't know that corn was in.
I mean, that's something a corn expert would know. But
Damn,
anyways,
that's true.
This is going to be a really good match here. So we're going to have Alex Dotdop versus. What's happening here?
So this is Diego. This is the Ken Master themselves, Diego.
Oh,
They do have a quad what we call the Four Horsemen of LI going on right now. All 4 members there are in the same house and just ready to rock and roll and play some Street Fighter. So this is Marvisto's account, but it is going to be DiegoV on that Ken. 51% of bourbon is whiskey. Nice.
Oh well, I was just kind of confused because I thought in the bracket he played FreenixWright earlier, but he beat FreenixWright. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, the winner of that was Alex, and he's playing Diego. Okay, that's why I got confused for a second. I was like, what? Oh yeah, they played already.
So this is actually for a top 8 spot, if my math is correct. The winner of this will secure that top 8 winner side berth to play up against either Fluxwavez or AhkAhchi, whoever wins that match. And that's a scary matchup as well. That is something I would love to see. But right now we do have Street Fighter V action on the screen. Blanka versus that new Ryu skin. Wait, Diego.
I was gonna say, like, maybe we do have that flexel action.
I don't know.
Debuting the new costume. I think it's pretty cool. So it now starts the rumor of, is the last Street Fighter V character gonna be a fighting layer character? Who knows?
I'm sticking by my theory that last character is going to be a brand new one, and that's why they didn't show any info.
Could be. Who knows? Time will tell. A lot of time here. Gee, ready uppercuts here. Good. Oh, geez, uppercuts.
Oh man, Diego is ready with these anti-airs, and as a Blanka, you don't have that many more options once the anti-airs are just completely on lock, and you can see how quickly Diego's able to secure that round there. I know it does say Marvisto PC right there, but this is the Ken God themselves, Diego, playing Ryu, so it's just a double layer of confusing, but we'll figure it out eventually.
It did help earlier when Marvisto was playing Ken, so that just made it more confusing.
Oh, no punish! That was a whiff DP and there's no punish. Nice little crush counter though.
Okay, tick throw. So Alex right now, he loves trying to shimmy the opponent, so he's trying to set up that shimmy game. He's going to have to set up more because Marvisto is looking like he knows his matchup pretty well.
Which is a little interesting because it's not exactly the most popular matchup. Does need to guess a little bit more. Does get a nice throw off. One more opportunity. Oh, almost got the cross up. The V reversal coming in clutch.
Okay, so he doesn't react to the EX Rainbow Ball. That's a scary move to deal with because like Blanka can change that trajectory. For about 2 seconds, he's playing Flight Simulator. You don't know where he's going.
Wait, the new Flight Simulator or the old one?
Oh. I don't know. It's just that he's controlling himself in the air for a few seconds. So a little Flight Simulator there.
So that is a nice little round win for Alex. Was very hard fought. That was a very tough round to come back from. But we do get the crush counter in there this time. Big punish and caught with the reach. And the throw reset for the stun. Max damage coming in here.
Hey, you bet your butt he's going to use his resources here. Oh, just goes for reset.
And he gets it. Good stuff coming out there from Alex. Another strong player here in the Casa bracket. Definitely will not go down without a shot. I don't know if we lost Jocks for a second, but we are going to be heading into game 2. Alex up 1-0 now on the Blanka. And this is Diego on Ryu, so I don't think the characters are that much different. And as you may have seen there, I don't know if the Matcherino thing was in the way. But we did lose Jocks, so they will be back in just a second, I imagine. Hopefully, maybe. But for now, we do have Marvisto trying to claim back some wins, claim back some damage, because that was a very long game 1, and it isn't Diego's main character. You know, this is Ryu, not Ken. I know they're very similar, but they're definitely different. So it is a little bit more difficult to get to a strong point now. And now he's trapped in the corner. Big damage off of the V trigger. Nice little block there from Marvisto. Diego. Activate. Alex is in a good position here. Doesn't really need to do much of anything. Can just kind of chill. And, oh, man, the cross cut. Last second coming in from Diego. Massive wake up there. Yeah. See, Diego's already trying to get back into these anti-airs. That's unfortunate. It went short to get hit by the fireball, which meant there was nothing to land the DP on. Only needs one more for stun. Will it be a grab? It's the overhead. Didn't have enough there, though. Oh, and that's just a jab. And that's just a jab. Okay. Not enough to kill just yet. Diego does have the trigger still running. It's almost gone, though. Only going to have no seconds left. And then the slide comes in from Alex. Ties it up around 1 apiece. And this could be it for that top 8 spot. Alex could be sending Diego down to that loser's bracket. It is just all down to this. Their meter's pretty similar up until about that point. Alex is going to get a little bit of a lead. Another great shimmy coming through. All right, EX ball. That shimmy doesn't get punished. Oh, big Harry! That's the first time we've seen that from Diego tonight. It is one of the big tools that Ryu has right now. We've definitely seen Marv use that to great effect in the past, but it is going to be Alex 2-0ing DiegoV to move on to the winner side top 8. So very strong matchup there. Like I said, that's a tough one because Alex is a very strong Blanka player, has done very well here in the tournament previously. And Diego's obviously a very strong competitor. I definitely think that he is a loser's bracket warrior. However, it's not uncommon for Diego to take an L pretty early in the bracket and then just completely run back through the entire bottom side and just completely smoke the competition. So that is definitely something that we may see yet. And joining me on the desk in replacement of Jocks while we try and figure out that situation, it is going to be Brad Macho Man Masters. How you doing tonight, man?
I would like to be a macho man, but I don't know that I can say that I am, as I was not prepared for this whatsoever. Trying to log into Street Fighter so I can get all the stuff ready. What is going on? Seeing some of these matches tonight has been hella cool. I don't always get the chance when I'm on the later bracket, as I was slated for the top 8. I don't always get the chance to watch everything leading up to it. So it's been cool to watch everything. That Bonejanglez versus Diego match earlier, so close.
Yeah, that is not something I would have predicted. Jangles, as strong as he is, I haven't seen him in many Casa events, so I wasn't sure if he was going to be ready for, what Marvisto brings to the table. But it wasn't the Honda. That was kind of surprised. I think the Honda would have done a little bit better there.
Wait, hold on. So, because I'm thinking of, it was a Ken match. Was it not Diego? Was Marvisto giving us the extra double mess weapons and playing Ken?
That's exactly what happened.
Bracket now.
Yeah, it was Marvisto playing Ken. And then we just saw Diego playing Ryu.
How sure are we that there's not some chicanery happening here? I take full responsibility for the amount of dragging that I'm going to take for using the word chicanery. But if there was ever a time.
So, I don't know if you were here for this, but we do have the 4 horsemen of LI all in the same house, Brad. So
I am aware of that. I appreciate that they set their challenge logins to dictate that they were all playing on Marvisto's account. I'm still gonna get their names wrong all goddamn night.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as they don't play each other, I think we're in for a good night. But considering there's 4 of them and we still have a lot of bracket left tonight, I think that may be something that comes up at a point tonight.
So let me go ahead and let Dom know that he can send me the invite.
And so the next matchup is going to be the one I spoke about earlier, actually. It's going to be AhkAhchi versus Fluxwavez. So this is a matchup that I personally look forward to a lot. Fluxwavez is a super strong player here in the Casa, just putting in tons of work. And AhkAhchi's done a ton of stuff as well. AhkAhchi can show up very effectively, has had some really banger rounds coming out. And as we now have everybody in, Flux showing up on the PC once again. He has ascended, so definitely on a much better tool at this point.
Going to the back of the queue. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I feel like AhkAhchi has had some really good performances, and then we've also seen some like less than great performances, but hasn't had the full breakout, you know, kind of name placing one where it's like this, this is who I am, you got to pay attention to me. Hasn't quite happened yet. Maybe tonight ends up being the night.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a Friday. It's the third Friday in September. Please tell me it's September.
I mean, time is not a real thing anymore.
Monday through Friday I go to work, the weekend happens, and then it's back to work on Monday, and the numbers are meaningless, Mason. They don't mean anything. Except I do have a doctor's appointment on the 29th I have to remember about, so don't let me forget that, Brad.
I will make sure to send you a text message the morning of the 29th. I'll be like, hey bro, just checking in, make sure you go to the doctor. As
I'm gonna be honest,
bringing out I don't have your phone number anyway, it's not gonna matter. If you see my message on Twitter and you haven't remembered, something has gone wrong. Ed versus Poison, that's gonna be interesting. He's not really gonna be able to, like, you don't traditionally, the zoning is usually towards strong, but I feel like that towards strong range is still in a spot where Poison is able to play pretty effectively.
Already stunned though, so AhkAhchi's looking up pretty prepared for this. A little bit of a drop there, but doesn't even matter because picks it right back up.
Okay, getting that V-trigger activation, cashing up the big damage, getting the side switch as well for the dominant screen position, and just waiting to burn the V-gauge. Pretty smart, not committing to anything. You don't need to spend the bar. You get the meterless confirm into something off of the activation, but AhkAhchi managing to cheat forward, doesn't care about the fire or the flames. He carries on, goes up that first round. Shout outs to Guitar Hero 3. And Dragon Force, I suppose, putting proper respect on proper names.
AhkAhchi saying it's fine as they land the crush counter. And yeah, I mean, this is not a matchup that I have seen very often. Not many Ed players here. That was wonky. That is that whip hurt box coming into big effect. And I don't think I've seen AhkAhchi play Ed that much. Am I crazy, or is that not something that we've seen much from them?
No, I think that you're right. I feel like Ed is not a character we've seen super traditionally. I don't know. I want to say like Akuma and Evil Ryu, or Kage rather, has been a little more frequently. Look at that goddamn damage on that V-trigger activation. Getting crazy damage off the low short hit confirm. Next hit is going to be stunned a little too far away, but why you Tekken? Getting clipped by the crouching jab, 1 round apiece from Fluxwavez. Do not let the rookie rank fool you.
Yeah, that's just because it's PC swap. Trust me, Flux is.
I know.
Flux is. I know you know, Brad, but our viewers might not know. It's not all about you, Brad. Come on now. Flux though, Flux is one of those weird players that can just do it all. You know, we've seen him busted out on a couple different characters, has really strong positioning across all of them as well. You can see the distance that they play this poison at. AhkAhchi though, doing very good work at these long ranges, you know, being able to take advantage of some of these, you know, more movement capable buttons that Ed is bringing to the table.
Yeah, seeing the charged V skill as an answer too is kind of interesting. Oh, wow, even going over the low whip swing there with the towards kick. Still gonna be alive, I assume. Oh yeah.
Just a little bit left, but that's definitely worth a cash out. Because yeah, it only takes one more after that.
Yeah, that was a lot of wholesale commitment there from AhkAhchi. I'll buy 500 shares, throw it right on the line, put it straight into the pyramid scheme. Committing that far into the DP was unfortunate.
Just selling out his Tesla stock to bet it all on red.
What is that? I saw something about some stock went public recently that had all kinds of stuff this past week. I don't know.
I know that the big soccer player whose name is escaping me right now joined an esports company and went to put it public almost immediately, and valued it at some absurd number that is not even remotely possible. So that was this week though. I think that was last week. So be careful with your stocks, folks.
As we said previously, 2020 has no time scale, so last week might be tomorrow for all we know. In this P2 side corner now, here is AhkAhchi, but a little too antsy on the button is Fluxwavez. Not going to be able to cash out into much more damage, gets the V-trigger activation. What's it going to be? Take throws. AhkAhchi getting a round back on the board, but got the first round in that last game as well. Fluxwavez having the ability to cash out tons of damage when they already have meter available behind their V-gauge is a big equalizer. We saw literally 60% life in that last game at one point.
Yeah, it only took one hit, and I like that AhkAhchi's still playing dangerous with these jump attempts. Isn't too afraid about getting, brought down to the ground, but sometimes you gotta be a little bit more afraid of that ground game. Look at that. Oh, catches the walk back though. Huge opportunity now for AhkAhchi.
We see the V-trigger activation, but since it was activated on block, we don't still have that opportunity for the crazy damage output that we saw in that first game. Getting just the anti-air, going for the set play. No, reversals through.
That's that nice little one-button EXDP, unique to Ed and Falk, and that is going to be a very solid round coming back for Flux, tying it up 1-1 apiece again. So it's still best of 3 for a top 8 spot.
Oh wait, is this best of 3, not first to 3? I misunderstood you for a second. And yeah, the fact that Fluxwavez is able to get that blocking the reversal, we've seen a lot of those uppercuts coming out from AhkAhchi. Finally, one blocked. We obviously saw in that first game one was overcommitted, but that was in what should have been a combo. Ooh, Meaty stands towards strong, doesn't get a combo. We're gonna see big damage here.
Just a side swap too.
Side switch.
That's still dangerous though. Only needs one more solid connection. CA's though. AhkAhchi gonna let it rip.
That was a real punish.
I think Ed has one of the cooler CAs in the game, no cap.
I feel like most of the CAs of this game are kind of crap, no cap. Wow, catching the walk back, and that charged mid-screen V skill from Ed has actually been playing a big part of this game so far. Seeing that as a neutral tool, as the flip side, he's charging it in ranges where he would traditionally be jumping, and it's kind of giving you pause, like you don't get to sit there in the whip stance. If I let it go early, I challenge the hurt box of your whip already, and it builds me V gauge, so even a trade is preferable for me.
Yeah,
and now the flicker in the neutral?
I think that might have been a misinput, but it's true. Like, who else can cover that much ground that fast to punish the whip stance without having a trigger active?
I mean, to get into other stuff, not many people, but obviously like G and Boxer have tools like that. But there's something to be said that Ed has to sit there and charge it that whole time. And once you see him charging, it's just going to be that tool. So there's a little bit more counterplay. It's a little bit less of a screw neutral option.
Nice little, a little slower, a little bit more controlled. But I feel like that just favors Flux, this very slow player normally. And is that it? 2 bars a meter. That's pretty close, if not actually it.
Oh yeah, just shy of it, but we get the shimmy block. And they call that the hood perfect. Managing to clean it, only taking the gray life from the blocked DP. And that was something of a checkmate situation there for AhkAhchi. Like, let's say that he didn't DP. Maybe he wakes up low forward, or he wakes up and just blocks and gets another opportunity. You're still looking at like a 3 or 4 touch game. Ed is not a character, especially with that V-trigger, who makes these crazy comebacks into looping set play. So it ends up being a really tough spot to be in.
Yeah, I mean, either you risk it all like we saw there and you lose the round, or it works and you get another shot at life, or you try and block it out and, maybe then you do get grabbed, or maybe you get chipped. Well, not chipped out because you just used a bar meter. But like you said, it's that rock paper scissors where you can only throw rock and your opponent can still throw every type of paper at you.
So with that, Fluxwave's taking it. Since Fluxwave's up to the top 8, on the winner's side to play Alex ... The other half of winner's top 8 is Marvisto and the winner of MunguYomi and Moons. Now, did we see that one? We haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, we
I would
don't.
assume
Yeah, no, we haven't seen that one.
Okay.
So MunguYomi though, we saw the Laura come out and take it over Adnan's Dhalsim. So with Moons playing Cody, that would be Laura Cody, presumably.
See, that's I'm trying to think about that matchup. That ends up, so obviously Cody, the closest thing he really has to a reversal is V scale 1, which is still it's an imitation at best. It might be a poor imitation at worst.
You don't think it's good?
It's the kind of, I wonder if it's one of those matchups where Cody can get mauled. He's kind of like a lesser boxer, where like she doesn't need to worry as much about him just taking ownership of the mid range. Having the fireball is like another thing to worry about, but his fireball, spending a bar on EX Tornado to take control of the screen and get in on his own volition is going to be like an okay idea. It's just, I feel like so many other matchups, Laura feels comparatively comfortable if you don't have a reversal, because what that means is once I'm in, I just get to run my mix. So Cody is going to be one of those characters, and correct me if I'm wrong, Cody is not a 3-frame character?
Brad, you know I'm not the person to ask.
Fair.
Where's Monkey? Come on, Monkey.
Right. Matt's gonna pop in from, I know, I see Bunch in StreamCom 1, so I know Grand Blue has just concluded, which means that maybe, I think Jox is trying to rectify his internet situations, which for those of you watching at home, Jox's internet and Spectrum. Oh, Spectrum internet? No great surprise there, causing him grievances. But perhaps he can clarify for me whether Cody is a 3 or 4 frame character, which frankly I should remember off the top of my head, but I don't.
I think I still have the Fat app on my.
So do I.
Here.
I just hadn't opened it yet.
Original season 1, season 2. Who are we looking up again? Cody. I got an ad. L. I need ad block origin on my phone. 4 frame.
Oh,
it's in the Discord
right.
chat.
Okay, then I was right in the first place. 4 frame character. If you're a 4 frame character with no reversal, that's like Laura's favorite thing.
4 frames.
Flux tells me, oh, bad spray. Their pocket sand. It's 3 frames. All right.
Yeah. It's a 4 framer. He is a 4 framer, but the bad sand thing is the 3 framer.
Man, I hate getting hit by pocket sand.
Oh, I forgot that was a thing that existed.
Yeah, you don't see it very often, but as soon as it does connect, it's actually mad hype. But yeah, so we are in our ad block, folks. So if you've been hit by that Twitch mid-roll, be sure to subscribe to Dom, because that way you avoid the dreaded mid-roll. But also, if you have the ability to copy and paste things, whether it's on your phone, your computer, your MacBook, whatever you want to call your technology of the day, be sure to click the link in the Matcherino, copy that code Casa SFV 19. Can you believe we've been here for 19 Matcherinos? I know it's not how long we've been here, but 19 Matcherinos is still quite a lot. Be sure to copy and paste that code into the coupon code box. You will put in 50 cents into the pot to support all the players here tonight. So definitely go ahead and do that. If you like any of the merch on the Matcherino page as well, all of that contributes to our pot as well. I know they have some sweet sweatshirts over there and everything like that. I don't know which code it is for Dom. on here, but we do also have our Casa Teespring available, where we do have tons of things like hoodies, tank tops, tote bags are a very popular thing. We're heading back into school time, and you need to carry your books in something. So pick up a tote bag and be the talk of the town, as it were, because you may not be in town anymore because Zoom is a thing. But you can show off your cat in the tote bag, I guess.
See, I'm feeling hella old because you're out here talking about having to go back to school, and I'm just out here not being in school and avoiding it like the plague. But given that Jox has returned, I will cede the spot back. I'm glad that I was able to assuage things, and I will be back on a little bit later for the top 8. Have fun with the rest of the night, guys.
Thank you,
Dude,
Macho Man Masters.
Super thanks to Brad for just like coming in out of nowhere and like saving the day. I don't know what happened. I was just sitting there. I was like, why is everything like kicked off? I don't hear anything. I'm like, oh shoot, internet stuff.
Yeah, isn't it funny how internet works in America? Isn't it not haha funny, obviously, but it's definitely something else. But yeah, no, you missed some amazing matches, Jox. It is unfortunate.
Yeah, I saw Ed versus Poison, and I was like,
is...
you know, glad I didn't commentate that. I'm glad that it was a match that he stepped in because I'm sure that you guys knew more about the match than I did. All I know is that Poison's very good, Ed is not, so therefore she most likely wins. I'm a Honda player. I don't do basic math. That's about it.
I'm not entirely on the Ed equals bad train, but I think I'm biased because I do think Ed thematically is super cool, definitely fun to play, but I don't know if he's bad.
I mean, just based on what people put him on their tier list, but
true. I mean, we do have some pretty solid, Ed players here. We've seen a couple of them in the Casa. P-chan obviously is a very strong Ed player, so they do exist. They may be few and far between, but there's actually a lot of characters in this game, so there's definitely going to be some specialists of every level in every character. So there's things to look out for.
Remember when, like 4 years ago, and we were like, man, there's only 16 characters? Now we're so full. It's like people are like, there's too many characters, but I love it.
And we're getting 5 more. So if you think there's too many now, you are in not a good place.
5 more, but we don't know who the last one is. That's what makes it exciting. Yeah, I'm curious to see like what Rose is gonna be like. We have ideas of what Dan's gonna be like, what Oro's gonna be like, what Akira's gonna be like. That's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that Street Fighter does have a very bright future still. Hanging out on the PS4 for a little while. Not going to be a release title, thank God. I don't have the bones for a PS5 in 2020, so thank you, Capcom, for saving us in that regard. And shoutouts to KO with the 14 viewer raid. How's it going, everybody? How was Grand Blue? I was not able to watch it tonight, but how was it? I imagine it was a good time. I love watching Grand Blue.
Yeah, unfortunately for Grand Blue, COVID, that was a game that seemed to be hit by COVID the most. So I'm when things clear up, I'm excited to see more Grand Blue action, people to people action.
Yeah, Grand Blue, I do feel really bad for Grand Blue, and I know it is definitely probably the title they got hit the hardest by COVID, because it seemed like it was on the come up, and then suddenly nobody could go to events anymore. And back in March, there were so many issues with the lobby system. We constantly had issues ourselves, but as far as I'm aware, it's gotten much better. It works now, thank God, and so we are able to put on these amazing tournaments here to put in the work and make sure that everybody can have a good time. So give some Grand Blue love over to the team there. Shout outs to KO for having the stream on tonight, and our wonderful commentators, Dormancy, Monkey Business, and everybody else that was involved over there tonight.
Love me some Monkey Business. I just love how he knows everything technical. It's just like the walking almanac.
Yeah, he's definitely a numbers guy, and I know that I can always count on Monkey to tell me exactly how many frames is in everything. I could ask him any question. He'll be like, well, it's this much startup, this much active, this much on block, and this much on hit, and it's only punishable by these 4 other moves. And I'll be like, thanks, Monkey. We'll catch you after the break.
I mean, the confusing part for me in this game is like I'm glad it's not so common, but there's some things that are only punishable when the character is standing. Some of the Blanka ball stuff is like that.
Yeah, we actually saw a couple of that in our match earlier with Alex. But it's not always super visible to the eye either because of how flashy Blanka can be. So sometimes you're just chilling, watching a good Blanka game, and you're like, why didn't that hit when I saw it hit not 10 minutes ago? And it's like,
So last night I got to commentate the Utah online local, and there's 4 Blankas in their top 8 consistently. It was quite a treat, and there was a lot of Blanka balls.
That's something else. I think the most I've ever commentated was 2. And it was Alex and heck, I'm not gonna remember. It was like a month ago though.
Was it Itachi's Legacy? He plays Blanka as well.
No, what's funny about that, actually, you bring it up, Itachi said they would mirror match. Itachi was like, if I win my next match, I will 100% Blanka mirror you. And then it happens. They win their match. The matchup comes to be. We put it on stream because we're like, Blanka mirror? Let's fucking go. Like, nobody's going to miss this. And they didn't do it. They didn't mirror it. They went Ibuki. And I was like, are you kidding me right now?
Fiddlesticks.
Yeah.
I think that character is actually pretty good. A lot of people think that he's very gimmicky, but I think he has some pretty good stuff. There's just not many people that play him at a high level. Or should I say there's not many players that use Blanka, I would say.
And there's probably a couple reasons for that. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure what those reasons are. I'm not a fan of playing Blanka personally, but it's one of those characters that exists for the fans, right? Like, if you're a Blanka fan, you like playing Blanka. If you're not a Blanka fan, you're probably not going to play Blanka. So it's almost like this confirmation bias where you're like, I'm going to play the character because I like the character, and everybody else isn't going to play the character because they don't like the character. I
was gonna say, like, an OG thing to say is, oh, if it's not CVS2 Blanka, I'm not playing this Blanka.
I hit the wrong button. Yeah, and I mean, there's those people, and then there's also the people that, you know, subscribe to their favorites tier list, and they see Blanka anywhere below S, and they're like, why would I not play an S tier character? Why would I delve myself into the Codys, the Hondas, the Falks? Why would I do that when I can have fun spamming Ryu fireballs and DPs for 30 minutes a day? And then they look at some other tier list and they're like, this guy doesn't have Ryu in an S tier? What? But no, we do have our next matchup. It is going to be on the screen, folks. You saw it here. We're loading into game.
This is going to be an interesting one. FreenixWright versus MunguYomi, because I'm not sure how much experience Freenix has against Laura, but I'm sure he knows quite a bit to, like, understand things. So I'm expecting to see him fight well. But at the same time,
it's not Laura.
Oh, it's G.
It's not Laura. It's the G.
Okay, so this is actually a much smarter pick because, in my opinion, Birdie fights Laura pretty decently at worst. And according to Trashbox, I think he said this is Birdie's worst matchup. Like, this was like a year or so ago. It can change, but this is a bad matchup for Birdie at the moment.
It's definitely bad when, unfortunately, your command grab doesn't connect. Already having that double level up. Not going to get knocked down just yet. There it is, down a level. But it'll come right back, don't you worry. MunguYomi is going to have some nice spacing options here. G's Fireball is very interesting Ah, that hurts.
Wow, that was such a smart move. I didn't think that would work. No! Phoenix, you gave up on your meaty! So, fun fact, guys. If Birdie lands regular Revenger, he actually gets dash command grab, and it's meaty. So that's the only like knockdown that he has that's like true dash up meaty.
Dash up meaty. That's yikers. Command grab coming in. Armors through the wake up. Crouch jab. This round's looking much better for Freenix. Seems to have a better hold on things for a second. But as we all know, G is a very late round character. Gonna have to block out this can, but the double dash back. Oh, still active. Oh no! Command grab in.
Freenix's littering game has been so on point tonight.
Go save the dolphins. Don't litter.
Okay, time to guess. Regular throw. He take
One
that.
Oh.
Wow! What a decision.
Oh no!
AhkAhchi EX Bullhorn.
Just spend it. Backdash is actually super big brain because how many times have you gotten command grabbed by a G player? You know it's coming. Backdash to get out. Spends that EX to make sure they can get a charge up. Oh no.
Oh,
that
man,
can.
So he's been so on. Yeah, he's been so on point tonight. That's the second time he's went for the shenanigans of Dash EX Bullhorn.
Nice little empty jump there so they don't get blown up by the can. And it's back to a very reaching game. Both players setting up. Armor in. Nice little block though.
Oh man, and Freenix was so fortunate that MunguYomi didn't punish him, but unfortunately here he gets hit by a large V trigger 1 combo. Time to get.
He catches the backdash. Yo!
Yeah, that time I guess MunguYomi was looking for that backdash or something.
Or something indeed. MunguYomi gonna be able to pick up that first game there. This is 4 top 8 spots, so this is still first to 2. And so already up a game. MunguYomi, do we see a character swap? Nope. Freenix is just gonna run it back with the Birdie.
Yeah, this is he plays a few characters, but this is his best one, and I'm glad to see him sticking out with his best.
Yeah, and I like the play where they throw out the can and then, do the bullhorn to try and catch the jump over the can. MunguYomi, though, already seems to have a lock on that and is just blocking the can. But again, the can blocks a return, so there's no punish on it either.
Yeah, like you said, MunguYomi is starting to pinpoint Freenix's decision making here. Oh boy, this is gonna be it.
Yeah, this is showing off how much this matchup is bad. Like you were saying, MunguYomi is just doing everything right, just coming out way ahead. Oh, okay, take those.
Yeah, Birdie, normally is a good character against fireballs, but G, has that weird one, just gives him a little bit of trouble too.
Yeah, I mean that was a nice round start option because it took the meter away from MunguYomi as well.
Okay, minus, he knows it, but no punish.
Okay, that's the crush.
Yeah, Freenix. Oh wow, Freenix trying to use the space trap, not working out.
Needs to find a point to activate, but might not even be given the chance. MunguYomi just back into just raw activates. Just needs to get something done. There's no EX meter left, and the dolphin dive works.
That's kind of a good.
Toes.
It's kind of a good situation because at that spacing, that would have been safe most likely. So yeah, there's a little bit of risk there, but not as much because of the spacing.
I like that. Dash up, block the can early so you can actually get the anti-air out.
Remember those patch notes that said they fixed G's anti-air so it doesn't hit behind and it still does? Good times.
Shh, we don't talk about patch notes here. Nice little jump back, full combo punish. Doesn't get the power up though, but catches the read on the backdash again. MunguYomi, massive brain play coming out.
Oh, man, oh, this is oof. The words have been taken out of my mouth. That was definitely a scramble there. FreenixWright missing out a big punish on the dash low by G, and unfortunately for him, he doesn't get to convert off that, and MunguYomi moves ahead in the bracket, top 8.
Yeah, a bit of a scramble there, and with the way Birdie's normals are, not always going to come out ahead there is, pretty prevalent to a bit of a slower play, believe it or not. And scrambles just come out ahead for G. Why not, right? He's got everything else going for him. Just hand him scrambles too.
Yeah, he's good. Like, he has those little mix-ups, and like he has those like whiff EX flip kick into something, into command grab, you get. Yeah, that character is definitely pretty good in the scramble. I mean, at the same time, Birdie's too. Frame 1 armor, it's... People don't realize how good Frame 1 armor is in this game. And, Birdie gets to have that whether he's in V-Trick or not. Probably the only character that does, so... And Freenix just, I think, used it a little bit too much, unfortunately. Good showing from him. I think the next match we're going to see is Diego versus Sabo.
Yeah,
Yes.
DiegoV versus Firefist Sabo joining us live on the mat. This is going to be also for a top 8 spot. This will round out our losers side top 8. Winner of this matchup does have to go up against Psychotic Chaos, who did 2-0 AhkAhchi. So we do have some killers in tonight's bracket.
For sure, there's always the competition here is always super strong in Casa. So, I think I've seen Sabo play one other time this game, but I've mostly known him as a Fei Long player, oddly enough. Let's see. Yeah, oddly enough. So we're gonna see. It looks like Mika against most likely Ken or Ryu. We'll tell.
Well, yeah, that's a tough one because we actually don't know what Diego's gonna play. He played Ryu earlier, swapping off of the storied Ken. So will that happen again now that it is loser's side? If you don't win this best of 3, then you do not get to continue on tonight. You do fall at that point. So are you gonna risk it all on the Ryu, or are you gonna pick up the Ken, or to break out something never yet seen before?
Yeah, I can't think of another character that Diego has played on stream or anywhere else. He's just known for that Ken, but like we said, his fireball game is so good, so he moved to a better, slightly fireball character, and that's Ryu. So looked pretty good there.
Yeah, it was still on how do I say this? On lock with his DP anti-airs as well. We saw a really nice crosscut. Actually, that was Marvisto. Sorry, not Diego. So Marvisto has the crosscuts. Wait, hold on. It was against Blanka. Which one of them played against Blanka?
Well, it was Diego.
It was Diego. Okay, yeah. So it was
Ryu.
Diego. I love seeing the 4 horsemen all in the same house, all in the same bracket, but it is so confusing to keep up with.
Yeah, especially when they play all the similar characters too. Like when one plays Honda, I'm like, okay, that's definitely Marv. Okay, that's definitely Moons.
And yet they threw us for the loop tonight because they swapped the Ryu Ken. Like we had Marv on Ken and Diego on Ryu. So even what we thought we once knew is now in turmoil and now is unknown.
Turmoil is right here. So I'm looking at in case you guys didn't know, you can type in ! bracket to see where we are in the bracket. You can also type in ! Matcherino to add a donation towards tonight's prize pool. So let's see, Marvisto versus Moons. Oh, that's it's gonna be a weird one. They're playing on the same PC thing. Fluxwavez versus Alex ... That's gonna be a tough one for Alex. I mean, it's just that Fluxwavez is such a good person and really good, so that's gonna be a tough one for him. But the one I'm excited about, and I hope it's on stream, it's gonna be MunguYomi versus Shinakuma.
That should definitely be fun. Man, the Fluxwavez Alex matchup though, it almost feels like a Doom set because, like you said, Flux is a great player. Alex also an amazing player, but I think I've only ever seen them play Blanka. Whereas Flux has Falk, Mika, Poison.
Yeah. Flux, Mika Minot.
Oh, and the Minot. Yeah, I forgot about the Minot.
Flux also used to play Abigail too. The only other character I've seen Alex play is Honda, but it's not quite up to par with his Blanka. We're gonna see. I guess time will tell. We're waiting for one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse to come in.
Yep, we are still just waiting on Diego.
It is.
Ta-da! Just speak of the devil and they shall appear. So first of two for a top 8 spot in the loser side of the bracket. Like you said, it is potentially Ken, Mika, but again, I can't trust these player portraits. I just simply cannot. I refuse to, because Marvisto has Cody. The only one in the house that plays Cody is Moons.
Makes it very confusing for sure. But so let's say Diego goes to Ken. I'm not sure how he knows fighting Mika well, but it's been a while since I've seen Sabo play, so this could go either way here. But I just think Diego has been playing so consistently that he's gonna be the favorite of the set here.
You think so? I think Diego definitely has a ton of Mika experience. Is sticking with that Ryu though, so that's interesting enough.
One
But
Ryu.
Yeah, but it's Diego's Ryu.
Yeah, and this is the Ryu with one eye. I just realized it. He has a scar over his eye. He's playing with a disability. He is probably blind. Who knows?
Is this not the Fexel skin? I thought this was the Fexel skin.
This is. He's missing an eye.
Yeah, all right then. Hey, look at this. Fireballs.
That's what Diego is known best with.
No.
The counter hit damage on that uppercut is pretty fierce.
Yeah, this matchup's looking really tough for Sabo right now. Just simply cannot get in. We saw the crouch there looking for the drop kick. It's just getting caught by like raw fireballs, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't know if maybe there's a little bit of lag. But yeah, it's definitely odd to see just raw fireball just connect with no movement options at that point.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Sabo just on a pixel. Using that belly flop though to try and dodge out on the potential anti-air DP.
Yeah, if he makes this comeback, it's going to have to be more on the honest side. No V-trigger shenanigans here. Oof. At least to take in with the 4-framer.
Yeah, only needed a little bit there. Made sure to make it work. Just EX fireball off the rip. Just make sure that the tone is set for the round. And yeah, this is still just going to be Diego's way for a little bit. All right, nice little combo there.
Oh, okay, she was about to get in, Ben backs off. Yeah, I was going to say, this is about the range where Mika wants to play, but, he always got to be aware of the EX reversal there.
Almost got the jumping attempt there, Sabo. Could have been some good damage there. Just didn't quite work out. But all right, activation. Keeps it going. Reset. Lands the hit. It's comeback time. It's Mika City. Mika Central. Come on.
Oh, Marvisto has been... Excuse me, Diego, that's typical of his play there. Fireball, fireball. You jump in, I'm going to uppercut you. And it's the same stuff he was doing with Ken as he's doing with Ryu now, so...
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I think it has to do with the fireball game. Ryu does have that stronger fireball in situations where that should be the go-to gameplay. It does make sense to pick a character that excels in it.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's the first time that, the uppercut is missed, but, not taking full advantage is Sabo.
Now it's back to the wall. Needs to somehow reverse fate now, but it is still time for Diego's Reign of Terror. Big punish coming in here, though. Even gets the activation.
Ooh, and that was a situation that, like, if that was Ken's heavy DP, it would have reached Mika, but Ryu's just has that shorter range, probably not used to it.
So
That one
much
was
life lost. Oh no. Alright. Comeback time. Crush counter into the EX Peach, but the...
Ooh,
Oh no.
it's so ready. Why are you gonna test this man's reaction? His uppercuts have been so good.
Just go for the command grab. If it works, you get so much more. If it doesn't work, you still get TP'd.
Exactly.
Alright, timing working out for Sabo there. Gonna get a jump in. Now puts Diego in a corner. But the shimmy game, the distance game, such top-notch knowledge and gameplay coming out from Diego in that situation. Wasn't fully back against the wall, had just enough room to play with. Little bit of CFN lag there, unfortunate, but
was that Diego's set or was that Diego's set?
that is Diego winning 2-0 over Sabo to clinch a spot there in top 8.
And that was definitely some convincing gameplay there. Just looking good on all fronts. Uppercuts, fireballs. Didn't even see any Tatsu, so he used only half of his special moves. Forgot Donkey Kick is the thing too.
Yeah,
there you have it.
Yeah, that's a tough situation to find yourself in as a grappler, because the zoning necessarily hasn't been the story of Street Fighter V. A lot of people talk about how it's a very rushdown centered game, which is why Mika has had such high highs as a character. But it's kind of looking at things statistically, right? Like stats don't matter to the individual. And so when you put Diego in a situation, it's going to be that outlier. It's going to be that zone heavy fireball setup that you can take advantage of.
Basically. So there you have it, folks. We got our top 8 figured out for Casa. This is going to be a good one. There's going to be more action awaiting you. If you guys want to see the bracket, !bracket, and don't forget !Matcherino to donate free 50 cents towards a prize pool. There you have it. We got Marvisto versus Moons, Fluxwavez versus Alex ... MunguYomi versus Shinakuma. That's gonna be a good one. And Diego versus Psychotic.
That is a very strong top 8. Holy moly! And so, how many of the 4 horsemen are alive? 3.
I think 3.
Who lost?
I think one. I think the 4th one was just not here.
No, because we had.
No, it's Urban Lee, right?
Was it Urban Lee?
I don't remember. But anyways, folks, I think we're gonna do like a quick break just to switch up the commentators. Sorry about the internet earlier, guys. Spectrum sucks. I know. Damn it, Dom is a big fan of #FU Comcast. So, anyways, guys, thank you guys for tuning into Casa, and thank you guys for listening to my voice and all that. And thanks to the doctor for handling me there for about a few hours. So.
Yeah, no worries. And like Jock said, we are going to be taking a short break while we bring on the commentators. We do have a mystery setup coming for you guys tonight. So definitely be prepared because it's going to be a very good one. And if you want to contribute to the Match Arena, go ahead and click the link in chat. !Match Arena will bring you to there. Just be sure to enter the coupon code Casa SFV19 and you will contribute 50 cents for free to the pot tonight. And we are going to be taking a short break while we get the new commentators in on the desk. They have a little bit of setup time because they make a mess. So stay tuned, folks, and we'll be right back.